Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Miss A. And for our activity for our book this week, How to Eat Fried Worms, I'm going to show you a survey that you can do with your friends or your family or people in your house just for fun. We have read several chapters now of How to Eat Fried Worms, and we have seen the different ways that our main character has had to eat the worms and things that he's had to think of to be able to do it, and different ways they've come up for him to eat them. So I decided to make up a survey question. And my question, if you're in third grade at our school, which if you're watching this, you probably are, but if you are on my YouTube channel watching this is something we did in third grade. We collected data and we made graphs and we analyzed data on a question. So my question has to do with our book this week, and it's, if you had to eat fried worms, how would you eat them? And so I could have just asked people and they could have given me like their answer, but I decided to come up with three choices and they had to pick one way out of the three. So I chose with eggs and cheese, on a burger, or chopped up in spaghetti. So those were their three choices. And basically I just asked some of my friends, I texted them and I asked the people that live in my house which one that they would do if they had to choose. Because of course a lot of people are going to say, I wouldn't do that at all. But if you had to choose. So one activity you can do with your book this week on this Fun Friday, I'm going to show you what mine looks like. So I have my question up here at the top. If you had to eat fried worms, how would you eat them? I have my three sections. You can see my three choices. You can see that I left a lot of space to be able to collect my data. So in here, I put tally marks when somebody would say with eggs and cheese. I would put a tally mark if they said on a burger or chopped up in spaghetti. And each person only gets one vote. They can only pick one thing. So I surveyed, or the amount of people that participated in the survey was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I actually surveyed 14 people, so I should only have 14 responses. And this is what it was looking like. So I asked my question, I collected my data, and then at the bottom I made a bar graph. So I always start my bar graphs with this L shape. And at the bottom, I'm going to put my categories. Now, I didn't write out the whole entire thing. I kind of abbreviated them. So eggs, burger, spaghetti. And then I thought about my total number surveyed was only 14. So I knew that I could label in increments of 2 and be okay. Now, if my number would have been a lot higher, like 100 people, then I would probably be going up by 10s or 20s. So for this, I was able to just go up by 2s on the side. And I just graphed the answers. So for eggs, I had 5 people say that. So there's not a 5 here. So what I'm going to do is, I know that 5 comes between 4 and 6. So I drew my bar right here, which would be about 5. Burger was 2, so that's way down here. And then chopped up in spaghetti was, looks like 7. Yes, 7. So there's also not a 7 here, so I just put it a little above the 6. And we know that next would come 8, so it would go between the 6 and the 8. So the last step that I had to do was I had to analyze my data and just be able to explain what I found from this. So when I looked at my graph and I looked at my answers, I knew immediately, because that's what graphs help us do. It helps me look at it and know exactly kind of what the most popular and least popular is. But at the very bottom, I put most people, because that's something we say when we're talking about data. Most people would rather eat fried worms in spaghetti. I could have went on to say very few people chose to eat fried worms on a burger. So this is just a fun question that you can ask some people that you know, and you can come up with your own 3 choices. You can use my choices. But I just thought it was really fun to come up with the 3 different combinations. You can try to think of the grossest or the most normal things you can think of and just see what people would say. So this is our activity for today, and this is what it looks like if you need to pause the video at any time to kind of see this. But you'll just need a blank piece of paper, whether it's notebook paper or construction paper or anything that you have. If you have crayons, colored pencils, That helps a lot when you go to make your graph. But the main thing is to just be thinking, just for fun, if you had to come up with 3 meals that incorporated fried worms, what would they be? And asking those people around you what their choice would be.